give him a round of applause.
Amen.
And thank you for coming out.
Thank you.
I wasn't really planning to speak today, but Monday through the night, the Lord was talking to me, and Monday morning He had me get up and write something out that He wanted me to share with my brothers and sisters.
Thank you, Lord.
He gives me messages, and a lot of times they're personal for other people, and I leave it there because that's how God talks to us, through our brothers and sisters. But this message, He specifically told me to tell everybody that I know. Over a year ago, He had gave me the first message, and I can still hear it in my head, that there is going to be a darkness that enters this land, that if His people are not ready, they'll be washed away. That's a short version of it. And He gave me the second part of it Monday morning, and I wasn't planning on this, but closed my phone, or it closed itself. This is the word He gave me Monday morning. He says, "My children, the darkness has come. Prepare yourselves and your families. As the day of Moses preparing for the death angel, you must do the same. Pray fervently and stay close to me. I will protect my children as long as they are under my covering. Don't give into the hate and violence that has been released on the land. Stay far from it and stay close to me. Don't let it consume you. It is not about race or color. It is a spirit of hate and violence that has been released to judge this world. What the news and the world wants us to believe is division. Hate has no color. It just hates everyone. So, as children of God, we have to learn to love with His love. And one lesson He taught me this last year with somebody very close to me is to learn, and I was walking through Walmart, and this is exactly what He told me. He says, learn to love past the ugly. If somebody's going to have an ugly attitude, you learn to love past it. Because He loved us when we were not lovable. And He took care of us when we were in sin in the darkness. So He tells us to do what He does and to be Christ-like, and that's part of it. And I was sharing part of my testimony with a woman at work, and we had a new woman come to work, and she gave us a little bit of trouble this last weekend, and was telling our boss that we were racist and all this and different stuff. And really had a bad day. Monday morning gave me this, and then everything hit the van at work. And I was like, and I told my husband that evening, I says, I'm going into work the next day. If they're going to try to write me up for something I didn't do, I'm not going to sign it. I'm going to walk away. And at the same time, before I kept on saying, Lord, this is in your hands. This is what Deborah wants to do. This is how she's going to handle it, but I want you to handle it. I walked to work the next day. My boss is a Christian lady. I work in a foster home, a Christian-based foster home in the area. And the Lord took over. His love shined through, and He prevailed through that home. Because I let Him take it and run with it instead of Deborah running with it and saying, I need to find justice because I feel like I was doing it. But when God takes over, He'll find it. But don't believe everything you see on the news. This world is lying to it, it's deceiving us. But the last part I was going to add, and I'll invite our brothers and sisters from San Antonio, is when I was talking to this lady at work yesterday, and we're all getting along now, God prevailed. She's somehow I come up about my son, and I said, I learned what true forgiveness is. is when you stand in front of the man that took your son's life at 16 years old and you say, I forgive you. Why is he is being sentenced to prison? We had a home invasion November 28, 2004, and my son caught, at 16 years old, was protecting his family, and caught a knife in his heart. And if you're a mother and you've lost a child at any age, it never leaves you. But through that, the Lord taught me what true forgiveness is. I cry for my son when I need to, but I have no malice toward this man. And when I wrote the letter for our victim statement, in the letter I can never say, I forgive you. I just, told him that, he still has a chance because he's alive. Before I walked out of that courtroom, I was able to say, I forgive you. And, he still has a chance. He got 20 years in prison. But as long as we have a breath in our body, we have a chance to make it. Don't give up on anybody. My middle son is in prison because he could not get over the events of his brother dying and the different things that's happened in our lives. But, don't give up on your children. Don't give up on your loved ones or anybody around you, because until the day they take their last breath, they have a chance to meet the Lord. And I've met quite a few, because I've worked in the medical field for over 10 years before I started doing working at the home. And I've had people die in my arms, and just like you were talking. And, when we went through experience, and my older sister died at 46, and that was the most spiritual experience I've ever been through. 3 weeks while she lay in that hospital. No telling how many people got saved. Everybody says, oh, it's a tragedy. No. God, it was spiritual. She was a very godly woman. And she took care of what she needed to them 3 weeks. And me and Dad both believed she made the choice to go home. It left us with a little bit of heartache. But we know where she's at. And I'm going to stop right there. Like I said, I could talk a lot, because I got a lot of I can tell you a lot of stories of what God's done for us, in our lives, and brought me out of the darkness and into the light. That's basically where it lands. He's brought us out of the darkness. And I want to invite Revelation Rising to come up. I don't know if they still need to get some stuff ready, but we really want to hear from y'all and what y'all want, what you say and what you want to see. Just take it and run.
Amen.